Is that our future? Is that what we're slowly getting to? Like the brain's just getting keep.
Those are rams, right?
I thought they had horns.
Honestly, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, basically, late to the game, just dropped it.
Yeah.
And the whole purpose was there was a bunch of beats on my hard drive that like maybe I sent to an artist, or an artist wanted to use it and they never came through, or just never wanted to put up the bread or whatever. So I just had some beats, and I just there's a core group of guys I work with: D-Have, Latin J, Tony Capo, Deuces, my homie Jay Shine. So I work with those guys like all the time, right? Like they buy beats and we do projects together, music videos and things like that. So I was just like, I just want to do my own mixtape, just be everything, and then I'll have these guys kind of do the creative part of it, and just be something where it's just like it's just me. I'll put my name on it, but obviously those guys are the talent that's on it.
Right.
So, and then I got pretty lucky, and I got a couple other people on it. Jer, Dreisinga. He was on the show, right?
Right. Yep. Yeah. He runs the open mic right now at Park Theater.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to hopefully stop up there after this and give him a copy because he's on it.
Right.
So, but yeah, and Cat Smasher, a couple other guys, Philly Steak, and then a guy that I work with
Philly
down
Steak?
in Texas. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So that's kind of what Late to the Game was about. So I just dropped that, and it was just something we kind of worked on over the last year, and it was just something different that I've done. I've always done metal records and shit. Like anything I've put out, it's been metal stuff.
Yeah.
I did my own hip hop record, a few different of those, but
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's
what
I was gonna say, because you wanted to have like this album, and everybody else kind of be the talent. You're gonna make the beats, but before you did do that as MC Infinite.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Correct. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So I put out a CD. I think it was like 2017, and at that time I was playing with a live drummer out. I did some shows.
So it was like you and a drummer.
Yeah, and a hype man.
Yeah,
and then we've done some shows with Biffy. Obviously, Biffy. He's been here and shit too. So yeah, small world always.
Huh.
Right. But yeah, so I did some shows doing that. But I'm the type of guy that's always like, you ever heard that saying? And I'll probably butcher it, but something along the lines of like, he who tries to catch many rapids never catches one, or something like that. That's like kind of the story of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I just do too much shit.
Yeah.
But I enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like
dude.
Shoot videos, fucking mix, do all this. Like if I just focused on one thing, which is kind of my plan this upcoming year, like the marketing part of it, like I've been just reading all kinds of shit, and I'm sure you're probably starting to familiarize yourself with that, because I see that's kind of what you're working on here, right?
Yeah. Well, it's a fucking constant grind. It's constant like research.
Yeah.
Into the new thing. It's like, I forced myself to get a TikTok just because that's where like everybody, the traffic is.
Yep. The organic reach is definitely in TikTok for sure.
Yeah, because I'll even just be like starting to just flip up, and then I'll get a video. It's got like 5 likes, no comments, nothing.
Yeah.
You can't really see views very easily. I don't know how to do that yet. Maybe you can, but that's obviously organic,
right?
Because that video has not blown up.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing it,
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Like how the fuck did I just get that on my feed
right.
or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's kind of always the game, chasing a new platform, those kind of things. But yeah, some of those basic marketing tactics and just things like that, learning how to do those type of things, And I see you're getting more streams on that, but I do want to say kudos to you, because I do see you grinding, man. Like don't ever think that the people out there that are also grinding don't see you grinding, because I see that and that inspires me, right?
Yeah.
Because then I kind of feel like even before I walked in the door, I kind of felt like I already kind of knew you and had a connection, not only just because I've seen your stuff and kind of chatted with you or whatever, but it's just cool that like you kind of have that connection, because I see what you're doing, man. Don't think that shit don't go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's hard, but you're grinding, bro. Just keep that shit up, man. Just keep it up, bro. Like,
I'll try as long as I can.
I know, right? I understand the struggle too. Like,
sometimes
I've been on that
just
side
like,
of the fence too. I know.
Yeah. Why?
One day you're like, man, this is fucking great. I'm great. And then the next day you're like, what the fuck? Nobody gives a fuck. Why do I give a fuck? And that's just.
so true. It's
Right?
so true.
Right? It's
But I
just
see
the
the same
artist
thing.
dilemma, you know, man.
I see the same thing with you though too. Like when I like how you started doing the how I made the beat.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's perfect for a reel on Instagram. I don't know if you use that.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah, the reels and
Yeah.
stuff, and in TikTok, you
Yep.
know, with the way the phone is,
Yep.
you just boom, just
Just not-
watch it all the way through, and then because you're gonna watch it because you want to hear the whole beat.
Yeah, exactly. And that wasn't my original idea. I kind of seen another producer doing that, but he was getting
But
some
still.
good results. And I was like, man, that was me trying to understand that like Instagram rewards you for using their new services, and their new services is reels, right? So I'm like, I just want to focus on making as many
Yeah.
reels as possible, you know, and what can I do to kind of make it interesting? Because the average person just gonna be scrolling and they just see a picture of fucking Fruity Loops. No one gives a fuck about that. You know what I mean? There's like 40
Yeah.
billion producers doing that.
Yeah,
you
I know,
so
dude.
maybe take a little extra step. And those are the things all I'm trying to learn too. You know, like what have some actual engaging content that people like want to fuck with. Like what value can I
So
bring?
how long does it take
right?
you to make that thing, dude? It takes a little bit, doesn't it?
Well,
It's not just fucking bloop bloop bloop. Or is it?
no, because you can actually edit all those like on on TikTok too, but on Reels, right? And you could do it with your phone. You know, just take
Yeah.
segments of videos. But for me, I found that it works better because I fuck with Premiere heavy.
Yeah.
So I just film it on my phone right after I make the beat. Or usually I'm like every Tuesday and Friday I try to release a beat on my YouTube or my BeatStars page, right? So I
Right.
try to stay consistent with that. But then at that week, like
What's
on
the
a
page?
Sunday,
BeatStars.
Exit Door Productions.
Okay.
All my shit's Exit Door Productions. YouTube, BeatStars,
Okay.
Facebook, all that.
That's nice.
Except Instagram, it's EDP Beats.
Why'd you change it for that?
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. It should be Exit Door Productions. That'd be smart.
All right.
But
Anyways.
yeah, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah.
Making the
The
reels,
beat,
right?
yeah, the reels.
Yeah, so you know, you could do something like that or whatever and put it all
So you
together,
do it on
but
the
it's
computer,
not
right?
Yeah, I just put it on the computer, match up the individual files from FL,
Yeah.
and then I'll just push it all together in a 1 minute video. That way I know it's 1 minute. Because like I said, you can edit it in Reels, but it's not easy.
No, it's
Because you're
not.
trying to fuck with your phone like all like this, right?
Yeah.
And then you're trying to put text on there, and then like,
But
it's
still-
so flighty
But still,
and weird.
from the time that you decide, and
Yeah.
then the time that it's done, produce, get it back to your phone, post it, hashtag it. Like how long?
How much time? Total probably 40 minutes.
Dude, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Just for something that somebody's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That 4 people liked. Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then you got to make more because you can't just
Yep.
you can't just post twice week on
Yeah.
Reels. You really can't. I'm
But-
not that consistent with it either, but I know you can't. You got to be like every day.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
And
try
I'm
to post
like-
it Insta every day. I try to put some kind of reel out if I can, but you know, I try to post it Insta every day. It's just
Yeah,
a
or
reel
you
out
gotta
every
mix it
day.
up, make a post.
Yeah,
But
reel
then the
out.
post doesn't get the reach that a reel does.
Yeah,
So
it's
you're
just
like-
always a conundrum, you know.
Yeah. It's always like with the marketing part of it, it's hard because you got to deal with the algorithms and
So,
Yeah.
on right. So
It's
on like the algorithms and shit like this. Do you know who Russell Brunson is by chance?
Russell Brunson.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he created ClickFunnels.
Look him up, John. Let's bring this guy up.
He created ClickFunnels. You know what that is?
ClickFunnels. No,
So like, the
you've done
biggest.
more research than me. my
Oh, okay.
friend.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to spit you little games.
Yeah,
Just trying to
dude,
tell you,
spit-
you know, so.
Speak
But,
it all.
Yeah.
man.
So I just read his book, Traffic Secrets, and with ClickFunnels, the biggest thing is, and the biggest thing he teaches is like trying to build an email list. And the reason why you want to do that is because, and this goes for artists, anything that you're doing, because that list then belongs to you, right?
Mhm.
That is your list of contacts that you know already like fuck with your shit, right? Because
Right.
they downloaded something for free, like a lead magnet or something like. So I give out 5 free beats to try to get people on my email list, right?
Right.
That type shit. So it's reciprocity. I'm giving out something in hope for exchange for their information. Well, with that information, then you can automate your email list and you can keep those people in the loop of like the people that actually fuck with you. And if they
Yeah.
don't fuck with you, they can cancel your list. Who gives
Just
a fuck, right?
unsubscribe, right?
Yeah, but you own that list. Like, yeah, you're using a GetResponse or a MailChimp or something like that, right?
Yeah, MailChimp.
But-
I just got that. So
Okay.
So I need to just start building an email list.
Yeah, so then the cool shit is, bro, like when you have a show, when
Yeah.
you have a new episode, hey, episodes come out every Tuesday, and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what your schedule is. I'm sorry, but
It's kind of random.
Kind of random.
Yeah.
But you do.
But
well,
it's-
how many?
well,
do you,
it's-
how many do you do a
Well,
week?
when I don't have any boatload of cancellations,
That's another podcast.
But yeah, it's about twice a week, and it's every Tuesday and Thursday. If I have one for a week, it's normally Wednesday.
Okay,
So
that makes sense.
yeah. So and that way it's consistent, but it can be random because don't know if somebody does cancel and it's down to one. I can't like plan that. That's why part of the reason why I don't announce guests beforehand. Say this is who's going to be on the show
Yeah,
this
that
month.
makes sense.
Come with a month calendar,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, like last month or whatever, you get 6 people. You're
Yeah.
like,
And you did 3 shows, and your intention
calendar's
was to do
gone.
12.
Yeah. And then people just start saying this is a joke.
Yeah. Right.
Anyways, so you get this email list. So you just
Yeah. So that's the biggest thing is you own that list, right? Because we all fucking know you use Facebook for probably how many years?
Yeah.
You use Instagram. Now we're talking about the TikTok thing. When will that be fucking crushed?
Yeah.
Like when, you know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing he teaches. So, that's a good philosophy for anybody that's trying to get something out there to kind of build their own tribe because those people are direct contacts to you, right?
It doesn't make sense. It
so
seems like, oh, that's so old school, but
it works. That's the
You use
fundamental
your
marketing.
email.
Yeah.
for everything,
Right.
It makes total sense.
Yeah.
Like even when I got the MailChimp, I went for it. I was like, all right, it's because I switched hosting services.
Okay.
And it comes with this MailChimp thing.
Perfect.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. So I just went through, did the whole thing. I signed all up. I'm all signed up. Haven't done anything with it yet, but I have only been at this service for like a week.
Right.
But I'm like, I still didn't think, oh yeah, bingo. That's what I need.
Right.
Until you just kind of explain, you're just explaining. I'm just, oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, because
You always have your email.
right, and you got to think when you post something on Facebook, you fucking know this. We just talked about it. 3 people see it because they want you to fucking pay to play. Like
Yeah.
they don't want anybody to see your shit like on Facebook. So it doesn't matter what you post or links. Like that used to actually matter. That shit don't matter because they barely show it to anybody now. So like unless
you
you're
don't
paying
think-
for sponsored shit, even if it's like $2, they're gonna reward by showing more of your fans and things like that. But like they barely show it to a percentage. The reach is so horrible on Facebook.
Even
It's fucked.
$2, it will greatly. Like,
Yeah, because
help.
you know how many people's posting snippets of their podcast or their beats or whatever, and not putting anything on it. So even $2,
right.
more people are going to see it. It's not a huge investment, but still, you just kind of boosted it, so a few more people see it. But they're going to reward that every time because they're trying to get that fucking money and build that Facebook metaverse or whatever the fuck's
Yeah, the
going on.
metaverse. The metaverse.
I don't know nothing about it, but
Gonna be
it
fully
seems like some Black Mirror shit.
I know.
But
It's gonna be crazy.
he said, "I know." That was
Dude, we
amazing.
were watching that and like
Black
fear.
Mirror?
No, like the
The
fucking-
metaverse
the
thing?
metaverse
Oh,
announcement. Me and my wife
Dude.
were like, oh my god. I just looked at her. I said, people aren't gonna want to take those goggles off.
Nope. Nope.
And that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Why would you when
Fucking
everything's
huge problem.
badass in there?
Yeah, no shit.
And then out here, you gotta fucking work a day job and shit.
No. Be done.
And there, I'm fucking just real life Mario in it or whatever you do.
People
in
just
that shit.
turn into just these big fat fucking slobs that just bleh, just like 2 scoops of mashed potatoes on a fucking couch, man. That's
Yeah,
what we're
like
gonna
that.
look like.
Yep. People made of jelly. People made of jelly and pudding.
Yeah.
Pudding people.
The kids are a pudding. They come out. Oh man.
Yeah. So
it's
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so-
metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facebook. Fuck you,
Yeah.
because they don't want to fucking.
But yeah, well,
Boost your shit.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of where I was going with that. That's why building that list is important because it
Yeah.
belongs to you, right? So
Yeah,
then,
dude,
like,
there's
you'll have those
so-
contacts always, right? So, like,
I know I'm not the only motherfucker going right now. Like, son of a bitch, he's right. And it's the old school.
yeah,
way.
it's old school, but like, there's still a good high retention rate with emails.
Or
No-
I'm the only one, and everybody's like, "Yeah, you fucking idiot."
No, because that's one thing I preach to artists. Like, a lot of artists are like, man, how do I get fans? How do I build an audience or whatever? But when you just randomly post shit on Facebook and expect people are going to latch on,
Right.
people don't really do that. You kind of got to lead them to water, right, man? You got to have
Yeah.
the call to actions. You got to say, hey, you want to download this new song for free or check out this new video, drop your email. Then every time you come out with something, them are the first person or people that will like see your shit because you're emailing them, letting them know you got some new shit coming out, which is going to get you way further. You know, and if you build your 1,000 true fans, you need like 1,000 people, and you can sell them $100 worth of shit every year. And
Yeah.
I know I'm making it act like it sound easy. It's a
No,
lot of
no,
work,
dude,
and I'm
it's
learning the
work.
fucking hard way myself. You
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
But that's kind of the formula, man. You know?
Yeah, because now you're like gonna go to all these people, like, yeah, hey, you know, I've always asked you to like this or download this.
Right.
Can I get your email now?
Yeah.
Like, no, man.
But I mean, that's
Yeah.
where the reciprocity comes in. Like,
Yeah.
you know, what can you give them or whatever? I mean, it's the
Right.
same thing as like, you know, a Patreon or whatever, something like that, right? Like, what extra can you give your fans for like being able to help you
Yeah.
financially a little bit, you know? So,
Right.
and the nice thing about the email thing is they can fucking sign up, download the track, and then cancel the thing and get the free one. And you don't want those on your email list anyway.
Right.
But some of those people will email you back and you start conversations with them, and those are the people that really like, hey man, I fuck with your music, or you know, I really like your podcast or whatever it is.
That's
right?
why I like when I get unfollows.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be like, I'll say it was like 8:39, and then the next day it's 8:38 or 8:35 or 8:30. I'm just like, okay, well, that's less people on the page now that are like taking up room.
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't want to see the stuff. So yeah, see yourself out.
Right. And I learned that the hard way too, because at first I thought, you know, you get in them vanity number things where it's like, oh, I gotta have 8,000 followers and da 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 da. So
Right.
So like you get caught in that weird trap, but like the best go-to method is just have the 100 motherfuckers that really fuck with your shit.
Yeah.
That's like cool. I got
I'd
100
rather-
motherfuckers that fuck with my shit. Like,
yeah.
that makes you feel a lot better than like I got like 8,000 fake followers and you know my number looks good, but nobody comments on my shit or nobody likes it. I'd rather have 100 people like what I'm doing. Right.
Right. Yeah, that's
So-
like, even as like a promoter's eyes or anybody that's looking at you, I would rather go to a page that has 250 likes but has like at least 50 to 60, you know, reactions and comments on their shit than
Yep.
to go to somebody that has 8,000 followers and 2 likes
Yeah.
on their posts.
And
Like, obviously something's going on here.
and I- you
Either
know,
you paid for all the likes,
right,
or
right.
maybe this was once a different page that went to this and nobody likes it, or why, you know, I don't
Right.
know what
Yeah.
the deal is, but you should have a little more engagement
Yeah.
in your posts if you have that many likes on your page. Like, at some point it's like, oh, this is not computing.
And some of that, I think that comes down to a couple things, to be honest with you. One is just kind of like know who you're talking to, right?
Right.
Because like besides the email list thing, that's like what I always tell artists. I'm like, hey man, find like the 10, you know, artists you think you sound like, then go to their pages, see what they're doing and how their people are, you know,
Right.
interacting. And then you start conversations with those people. You don't come after them and be like, hey, check out my music. No, dude, that's Jehovah's Witness kind of shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Don't be a musical Jehovah's Witness.
Do not.
And then that's what motherfuckers do, though. No, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how they. But we all learn somehow, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes that works for them, being pushy and weird. But
yeah, it works
the-
for some people.
you know, yeah.
When it comes to tickets and, you know, shit like that, sometimes
Right.
you gotta be pushy.
But that's kind of what I say is like, you know, who are you talking to? Who is your audience? Because
Right.
once you figure that out, then you kind of can figure out what they're listening to, what, you know, where are they going,
that's
where
my-
what websites are they navigating to, right?
Yeah.
So when you figure that out, now you can figure out how to start conversations with those people. And a lot of
Right.
times the easiest way in is just a basic conversation. Hey man, I seen you like da 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 da. What's your favorite episode, right? You're being social on social media, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you are. You're being social.
Right,
Like,
right. But at
when
the
am I
same
gonna
time-
drop this album here?
yeah, but at the same time, it's like those are the people you actually genuinely, conversate with. You don't
Yeah.
want to just your intention. Yeah, you might want them to see your music, but you're not going to be like, hey, check this out, right?
Yeah.
If your page is set up dope and you just start conversations with people, they'll come and check out your page, and if your shit's good enough, they'll fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But a lot of people kind of leave that part out and they just throw shit out there and hope people latch on, but that's not.
Dude,
You got to be kind of proactive with it, right?
Yeah, the old like add somebody and then immediately invite them to like your band.
Yeah, that's
Like, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Like I still
Yeah.
don't even know who you are.
Right.
We haven't even talked. We haven't
Yeah.
talked or anything
Yup.
yet. Like you just want me to like your band?
Yeah. And I will say that, say you start a conversation with them, and if they like your shit, cool. But if they're kind of a weirdo or a fucking idiot or something, like, you're like, okay, cool. I'm kind of glad they didn't fuck with my shit. But it's just really about like, and you're not really committed to like meet in person or anything. So you're just kind of
Dude.
starting this viral fucking internet conversation with somebody. You never might ever fucking talk to them again, or they might just be like your biggest fan and order 10 shirts. You don't know.
Right.
Right. So I guess it's,
You ever had anybody like weird contact like the Facebook page and you're like, what the fuck? And you're like having this conversation and you're trying to find a way out.
oh yeah. Yeah. Plenty of times.
What was the weirdest? Was it really that weird or no?
Probably not that weird.
Dude,
You just get weird.
We had
You
some.
just-
We had some guy like ask if he could live with us.
Damn, dude.
He's like started out as like, yeah, I'm a fan of your music and all this. And we're like, okay, just on the page. And then all of a sudden it's like, I got kicked out of my house and blah blah. Like, oh, it sucks, dude. And he's like,
Yeah,
I
so
was
he wasn't a
wondering if
fan of the band at all?
He's like, I was just wondering if I could, maybe like crash at one of your guys' place or something like that. I'm a huge fan. I'm like, like what?
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's weird.
It was weird.
So,
like that level of weird.
yeah, some weird shit could have happened while you're sleeping for sure.
Yeah, like
Just
I was
find weird pictures of yourself on the internet you didn't know existed and
yeah,
shit.
no shit.
Yeah, some weird shit happens.
Something like that.
Or he was just trying to fucking scam you or something,
Yeah. They scam or like wake up with a gun to our head or something like that. Like, dude.
Or all your shit's missing.
Wake up to our gun to our head and he's like wearing nothing but like lingerie.
The old Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
treatment.
Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
Right? Puts the lotion on the gun.
It took me the longest time to see that movie, and then I finally watched it, and I was like, man, this movie's kind of sweet. Actually.
Dude, I still
I like
haven't
it.
like probably watched that all the way through.
Yeah, it took me a long time.
Dude, the last like real series that I watched was Game of Thrones.
And what was your reaction on the ending?
Of Game of Thrones? It was alright. It was better than Dexter's. You ever seen Dexter?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
I've seen it
terrible.
all.
I
See-
haven't seen the new season yet.
Right. So that gives it a little merit. I didn't really care for it myself either. And
So Game of
The weird-
Thrones
the weird-
was better than that. So
Yeah.
I guess
you like Spartacus? You ever seen that?
Spartacus.
Spartacus? Yeah.
No.
That's fucking badass.
Is this a movie?
They used to have
or
it
is this
on. It's a series.
a series?
It's like it's pretty brutal. It's all gladiator stuff and like really manly shit. It's
Like
cool as
battling
fuck.
big shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like it doesn't have dragons and night or White Walkers and shit like
Well,
Game of
yeah.
Thrones, but it's a little more on the real side. But it is kind of cool and brutal like that, and a lot of crazy plot twists and shit like that.
Yeah.
But
remember when like 300 and shit came out? That was all good.
Dexter, it like followed this formula every single episode, every single season.
So you could,
And for me, that kind of got weird because it was the same pattern every time he got captured by the killer. Like in every, some Dexter fan's gonna come in and shit. No, he didn't. You lie.
Yeah, I'm like racking my brain right now. I'm like, when did he get captured? Well, okay. Well,
Yeah, he got like captured by like every single person, like every single main killer he was after, and then like every single one he had like a small kill he did each episode. It just like followed this. Like I guess that's the formula that works, you know.
Yeah,
and it was a great series. I
they were
still
trying
loved
just
it.
to keep it going.
Yeah, I loved it, but by the 8th or whatever, you know, I know it's kind of. I know there's books, right? So.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, I've seen books at Barnes and Noble. I don't know if those came first, but I'm assuming that I did.
Huh. No, I don't
You might have to check that. Like,
You want to fact check that,
you
John?
can check that if you want.
Since you never brought up the last dude, you couldn't find him.
Should be able to. He's the fucking marketing king. He's got content everywhere. As soon as you clock.
Is this him? Oh, Russell Brunson.
Yeah,
Russell Brunson.
So what ClickFunnels is? It's his thing that he built, right? And like he kind of shows you how to do all this marketing shit, but like his main foundation is just getting email list. Right there. Start your 14-day trial now. You can do that, and it'll ask for a fucking email, right? See? I mean,
Do that, I'll ask for a fucking email.
yeah. I mean, look, see, he shows you right there. What is a funnel? And this is a little more advanced than just, hey, like whatever, but your landing page, you know, that's how you add them to the email list because they have to drop their email and shit, right? And then you got your sales page, which after, you know, you thank them or whatever, you can give them a small offer or something. And then like, they're like, okay, that's cool, I'll buy that, whatever. And then you can kind of see how they got upsells and shit. Then you can kind of bring them up the value ladder, and that's just basic marketing.
Yeah.
And then you keep them on your email list, and you sell them
Dude,
when
he
you got
gives
a
it
new
away
product.
right there.
Yeah.
I mean, because you see that all the time when you're going through and you're trying to buy something on, you know, anyway.
Value ladders. Yep. That's, you know, but it's just things like that where it's like artists and, you know, creatives have to kind of take advantage of that, you know?
No shit.
So.
God, how simple.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure it gets a little more.
Oh
technical.
yeah, it doesn't have to though. Like you can keep it as simple as whatever, but like when you start and it's like, you know, how do you keep people on your list? You got to. It's always about bringing value, right? Like, are you teaching somebody something? Are you, you know, entertaining the fuck out of them? Are you making them feel a certain way? You know, so those are all the triggers of like people fucking with you, right?
But
you know,
it's almost like the age of entertainment is just changing.
Yeah,
as a whole. Like more people are like not as concerned with the music. They just like the people that are in front of them. Like there's literally videos that blow up on Facebook, and it's be like, okay, we're gonna like, what was the example I heard the other day? Something about like, how many balls can we fit in this ball pit or something, right? And the video will be like 6 minutes long, and they'll just be fucking pussyfooting around the whole time, not doing it. And then, and then they'll finally start to do it. Like not doing it. They're just doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know,
5
like,
minutes worth of bullshit.
but they're being all like, all like cool, you know, and laughing or giggling, and then you end up watching it, and like, I don't know why they have so many views, because the video is pointless. There's no like, it's not a song, it's not a music video, it's not a podcast where there's like good conversation going on.
Right.
It's just like nothing. It's just dumb.
Well,
I don't know. It's like weird.
I mean, where's
my fucking?
I don't want to be like a misanthrope or anything, but you know, I mean, that's a lot of the population, right? Just people that want to like be dumb and watch weird shit like that. You know, just be entertained by the weirdest entertainers that don't have any talent, or you know, like a lot of people are just cookie cutter, right, bro? Like,
right.
You spend your time with your hobbies and, you know, your podcast, you know, things like that. Some people don't even have that shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, they just watch a bunch of TV or just watch TikTok all fucking night long or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Is this your?
Yeah, I'm gonna use it because I
Are
don't know
you?
where my freaking ashtray is. I thought I had one, John. Oh, thanks. It's probably sitting right around here somewhere, but I just don't see it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I watch YouTube though. I'm a big YouTube guy.
What do you watch on YouTube? Like, what are your some go-to things?
Well, our go-to is Steve Wallace.
Okay.
And he's like, he goes camping.
Okay.
In like the most like random places, like behind a Home Depot.
Oh no
or
shit.
some shit. Yeah, it is like
That random.
like stealth.
I thought you meant like random
No.
in the woods still
No, dude.
camping.
No, like his latest one we haven't watched yet is camping behind a billboard. So it's just a billboard. Like he's gotten dropped off in like a highway median.
Oh really?
Yeah,
And just
like,
camps there.
Yeah, he just camps there. Like
That
sets
seems
up
dangerous.
like a stealth camp type shit.
Mm.
You know, camps like and like it'll show you like how to camp in your truck and all this other stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still entertaining
Like, he
and interesting.
boondocked. Yeah, it's entertaining. It's
Yeah.
entertaining to us.
Yeah, right.
And we normally watch it like.
But you're a
like I said
camper too,
before,
right?
Oh yeah.
You like camping and shit.
Yeah, I like
right?
camping.
Yeah.
So I'm really into it.
Yeah.
So I watch
So that's
like
kind
a
of your
bunch.
niche.
There's
Yeah.
a bunch of campers,
Okay.
people that I watch. I just started I subscribed to this guy called Indigo Traveler. Dude, this guy goes to like all these places overseas and shit. I watched the one on Nigeria where he goes to fuck, it starts with an L. It's like a 4-letter word. We'll never figure it out. We're not from there.
No.
But I think it's
I
like
know
the
nothing
capital.
about
But there's 25 fucking million people that live in this city, dude.
Jesus.
In Nigeria, dude. And they got this floating slums. Yeah, it's like
What?
like the poor area, but
Okay.
they call it the Venice of Africa because the only way you can get through there is by these little boats that they
Oh,
made,
no
like
shit.
little canoe boats.
Really?
Yeah, flowing through all this shit fucking water. The water's like absolutely disgusting. Like the guide that was with him, he was like, if you were to fall in this water, you'd get really sick. But these kids won't because they're
used to it.
grew up
Their
with it.
biome
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked up. So that a bunch of people live around there where it's all like full of water
but
and shit.
yeah,
and
it's like all these
slummy
like
and
little
shit.
docks, and you're walking through. It's all wood. It's all above the water.
And that dude stayed there?
Yeah,
Camped there?
he didn't stay. No, this is a different guy.
Oh, okay.
This is a
okay.
different guy. Yeah, this guy here.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he just goes there? He just
Yeah,
he
and
just
he
travels to
films
places and
Le-
shows,
Legos.
like vlogs and shit.
Legos.
Oh,
Nigeria.
Legos. Okay,
There you
yeah.
go.
Sweet.
Yeah, but it's pretty.
So
fucking
that number
interesting
more
shit.
just vlogs, and he kind of shows places where he goes. And
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
he's
that.
like he takes great cutscene shots,
Okay,
and
yeah.
he's got the drone, and he's got music, and he's it's not just him
He's got
walking around.
B-roll and shit. Yeah.
It's not like an IRL, like an in real life stream,
Gotcha.
where it's just a guy with a camera walking around.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know people get paid for that.
Oh, I bet.
Dude, this guy's like on Twitch making bank, and like there's this dude in China, and he just walks around with his camera in front of him, and like people
Just
will like,
subscribe to his Twitch
people
or
like
whatever.
pay money, so much money, and then he has to play this song off of his phone wherever he's at the time. So if he's walking into a store and they're like, play the Macarena song or whatever, like he'd play it, but they paid him for it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you feel like a bitch now?
yeah. It's like, why am I working so hard? What's
I know.
going on?
I know.
What's going on? But everybody's got their own, everybody's got their own voyage, So
But yeah, that's who I'm watching right now. Is that Indigo? We're watching one on where he's at in Yemen.
oh, okay.
Which
Hell
is
yeah.
like
what were those, like 15 minutes long or something?
about 20
20?
to 20
15.
to 30.
Okay, that's cool. Almost like an episode then.
Yeah,
Like a
like
show.
an episode without
Yeah.
the commercials.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
So what the fuck are you watching?
I'll tell you that in a second. But we were talking about traveling,
Oh yeah.
and I swear to God that I didn't know you at this time, but I seen you in Mackinac this summer.
Oh,
You were in like
Mackinac.
one of the you were in like a t-shirt store, and I swear I seen you in there.
Oh,
But I was like, I think that was him, but I didn't want to be that weird dude and be like, hey bro, like, hey, I've seen you, your shit or whatever, and introduce myself. I probably should have, because then like after I left, but I was just like baked and shit, just high as fuck. So you know how it is.
was it at the
in public.
shipwreck museum?
It might have been there too. I don't know, but
Oh,
were
no,
you
no, wait a
in the
minute.
summer? Were you in fucking Mackinac?
T-shirt store in Mackinac, not Mackinac Island,
No,
or just Mackinac.
yeah. Were you in Mackinac in the summer?
We didn't. I might have stopped there, but I don't know what T-shirts is. T-shirt store?
Yeah, I mean they're all t-shirt stores. Every store in Mackinac is a t-shirt store.
No, I don't think I was.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, then I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Or wait,
What?
was it not in there? Did you go to the falls?
Oh, to Quantico
Yeah,
Tucano?
did you go
Yeah,
there?
Yeah, I went there.
That's where I seen you.
Yeah, and I definitely got a T-shirt from there.
I seen you there. I swear to fucking God.
Was it that small one?
I think so. Yeah, dude, I was in so many. I was in so many fucking T-shirt stores. They were all T-shirt stores. Like I ain't been to Mackinac in years. Like, but so my family went up there on a little vacation, and then like,
That's funny.
but yeah, when we were up there, I was like, man, like we stopped to get gas on the way out, like of Mackinac, and literally they had fucking Mackinac T-shirts, fucking
The fudge.
candy corn, fudge, and then like the Mackinac knickknacks or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you gotta always get the fudge.
I'm good on that, bro. Thanks.
Always get the fudge.
Yeah, we got some fudge. We stayed a couple days up there, but...
dude. We went there fucking last January.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a big.
What was that
snowstorm.
like?
Oh, we had the fucking. There's like nobody at the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just more of a hotel.
Yeah,
hang
we
out
just
type
just
shit.
get the fuck away from
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids for a
Perfect.
couple days.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know,
that. Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, just go up to Mackinac. Fuck it.
yeah.
And the fucking Dixies or whatever. Is it the Dixie Saloon or something? And Keyhole Bar.
Oh, Keyhole. Yeah.
Keyhole, and then
Yeah,
there's
we
the
went
one
up
that's
there.
down the street, the bigger one,
Yep.
more restaurant-y place.
Yep.
They're both still open.
Oh, really?
during
That's
the
cool.
winter.
Yeah, it was cool just to go up there and walk around, walk back and forth and shit, and just it was a couple nice days up there. And
Yeah, we haven't been up there in the summer just to hang out there.
what was your favorite place you've ever went so far?
Porcupine Mountains.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Minnesota was really cool because we went all the way up to the Boundary Wilderness Canoe area or whatever, and we backpacked. And
Oh.
we were the only ones out there because we were the only ones that had a permit for out there.
Oh really?
I mean, there was 2 other ones that somebody could have got, but nobody did. So we knew we were the only ones out there unless somebody was doing it illegally. And the second night, we camped on a beach and directly across like this lake that you could see. The other side was Canada.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Not scared of bears or anything out there?
Not until you lay down in your tent and you're like ready to close your eyes.
Oh man.
That's when we start worrying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I
the
swear I
first-
heard a fucking snort.
the first night in
swear.
Minnesota. We were like laying. Well, I lie. It was right before we were getting ready to lay down. We started hearing this a loon,
Mm.
and I never really heard one before. But those motherfuckers are loud and they're fucking freaky when they start doing their little.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah, really?
That's kind of what it sounds like. You're like, I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know. And so we wait and it goes. I'm like, man, is that really a fucking loon? And we had a little bit of signal at this place, so we looked it up the sound. I was like, yep, that's what it is.
Hell yeah, that's crazy.
And then we go to start laying down, and that's when we definitely heard something walk by.
Mm.
And I'm like, nah. Had the bear spray,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
just
At
like,
least you got that.
ready.
At least
and
you
just
got
in
that.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though. At least if it's something you enjoy, fucking
Yeah.
camping and shit. Like,
Yeah. Sometimes it kicks your fucking ass, though, when you're
Like-
doing that backpacking shit, because you're taking everything on your back.
yeah. So you take everything out there,
Yep.
and then
Everything you're
how
gonna
long do
need.
you usually stay? Like just a night or 2, or
We
how
did
long?
the Porcupine Mountains was 4 days, 3 nights.
Oh, dope.
And so we needed food,
For that long,
You
and
know, for
water
all
and
that.
shit. Yeah.
water you can get along the way with a purifier.
Mm.
So you don't got to bring all the water weight, but sometimes you are carrying a bunch
Yeah.
because you don't know where you're going to get water.
Right. That makes sense.
It's all fun to me. Other
Yeah.
people will be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go where I can plug in.
I mean, that's kind of like anything though. It's kind of. Are you a hunter at all, bro? Do you hunt or fish or anything?
Dude, no,
or-
but I'm incredibly interested in
Okay.
it.
Oh
My
yeah.
fucking-
Okay. Yeah.
my
Excuse me.
Podcasts. Yeah, I'm Meat Eater and Bear Grease are 2 of my
Okay.
favorites. But
My buddy Adam Miller, he runs the Bow Hunters Chronicles podcast,
okay.
and They got quite a few listeners. He's like a really intelligent dude, and I've known him since school. But like we'll get together. And
So
do
he's
a
out of
little-
Michigan then?
Yeah. He's actually from Muskegon.
Mm.
But he does really well with his podcast, and he's always doing like events and different shit. And like people have even come to him to ask him to help them, like set up their podcast and do things or whatever. But like, yeah, really smart guy, really intelligent dude. But anyway, listen to his stuff. I had him when I was doing my podcast. I had him on there, and it's very interesting, But that's like a skill. Like if you knew how to kind of stay out and ration things for a certain amount of time, a certain amount of days, know how to like hunt or fish. You know what I mean? Those are kind of like the critical skills to stay alive back in the day. So like, those are important skills, right?
They are. That's my only drawback. That's
Right.
what we talk about all the time. Like we
Right.
could do everything. We can rough it. I can shit in a hole.
Right.
I know how to do it. I can crouch and shit.
Right.
No problem.
Yeah.
That was my biggest worry, believe it or not. The first
Well,
time
shitting?
the first time we went backpacking, I'm like, well, there's no fucking toilets.
Yeah.
She's like, you gotta crouch. I'm like, how am I gonna be able to do that and take a shit? Because whenever you sit on a toilet, you can sit down and relax.
Right.
You don't you're not.
You got to use your hammies, bro.
Yeah,
And your
right.
quads.
Yeah, right. Because you can't relax. Like I've never had a non. I mean, I've had you've
Right.
had
You just
terrible
gotta
shits where you're like,
tense up.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta find a nice tree or like
Yep.
a branch you can kind of hold on to. Yeah. So I'm like, that was my biggest worry. I wasn't even scared about a bear.
You just didn't want to shit out there?
I just didn't know what I was gonna do when I had to take a shit.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know how. I watched like a YouTube video on how to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. It had like over like 1 million some
Fuck
views.
yeah, there's 1 million shits in the woods at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the part that I don't know. Some people don't think about that either.
See, I don't. I have ulcerative colitis, like Crohn's disease.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I've had to use so many public bathrooms that I'd just be like, "Fuck it, I don't care. I'll just go shit." If I gotta go, I gotta go. I'm not shitting my pants.
Go.
Fuck that,
I
bro.
gotta
I'm not
go.
shit. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not shitting my pants. So, fuck it. If this is a tree, that's where we're going.
This is
motherfucker.
where we're going. Yeah,
If
no,
this is a person's
you
yard.
gotta dig
Sorry,
it. You
I
gotta
don't know
dig a
what's up.
hole.
Okay.
You gotta dig a
Yeah.
hole like 6 inches deep, and then shit in it, and then cover it back up.
Mm. Why that? So it doesn't get sniffed out by
Animals
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Because it'll fuck with them or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
You know.
weird. Some human feces there. They're not
Yeah, it
used
would
to
be even
smelling
weirder if you're out there shitting and then an animal
that.
like,
Smells it.
Yeah. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, that'd
Here
be.
comes a fucking moose or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that's happened
Mm.
many times.
Well, people say that there is like wild cats, like, or what do you call them, mountain lions and shit here. In
Yeah,
Michigan.
did you see that picture?
That one that was
Yeah.
just up north, right?
Yeah, it was just like recently.
55 or something.
Yeah.
What did they say?
I don't remember.
I can't
bro. I just
remember.
seen it. I just was like, "Holy fuck, that's a big."
Look
cat.
up mountain lion in Michigan, John. See if you can find
It was like a
It was
big
like stepping
cat.
out
Yeah,
to the
it was
road.
big as fuck. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was huge. I was like, "Holy fuck, man!" Yeah,
Dude, freaky. Man.
I showed my girl that, my wife. I was like, "Hey, what if you seen that?"
Oh,
Jesus Christ, bro.
dude, it would tear you up.
Oh, for sure.
You'd have like no shot.
No, even those smaller cats, like those bobcats. This thing was
Bobcats.
fucking huge.
Huh? Whoa,
Oh.
cougar. Oh, was it cougar or was it mountain lion?
I guess it's the same thing.
Go to
right?
images.
Cougars also called mountain lions.
Oh, okay.
This one was just a recent one. Just happened.
Yeah,
But
he would be
still-
like
but
coming
still,
out
even
to the
those
road.
little cats. You seen that one video where the cat was attacking the? Rogan actually showed it on his show.
Did
That's
he?
kind of where I seen it. But he was showing somebody, but it was like a cat, like, and it wasn't even that big, but it was pissed and it was coming after this dude, and he's like filming it the whole time, like backing it up.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Hey,
yeah,
you seen
yeah,
that?"
yeah.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's like some serious, like, imagine
Dude.
how much anxiety you would have at that moment, bro.
And it would
Because
be,
that's seriously
it would be-
fight or flight type shit right there.
it would be
bro.
even worse because he'd just keep coming at you,
Yeah.
and he's not yet killed you yet. So you're like backing up with this sliver of hope that you're gonna get out of this.
Yeah.
When at first you might have been like, "Oh shit, I'm dead,"
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're like,
Backing up.
I'm still alive. Like you're. Oh.
Yeah, that's wild, ain't it?
And then when it would like run towards him, like it,
Yeah, like kind of
yeah,
do that shit.
yeah, that weird shit.
Yeah,
and it would,
like-
and
yeah.
how far it would like. Wow.
Yeah, I was trying to like, fucking scare him off or whatever,
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where the picture is, but
I mean,
that ain't it. What the fuck is that? It
Have
looks
you
like a
had
wolf.
pets, bro? Like, have you ever had cats or
Yeah.
a cat or
Yeah, I have
anything?
one right now.
Oh, yeah.
She's a freaking major bitch.
So I mean, even that, like, if that fucking cat scratches you or you know what I mean, gets pissed at
Yeah.
you, that would still be fucking painful.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
you could at least, most of the time a house cat you can kind of smack it down. But what if you ever see
Yeah.
those people with them big fucking cats in their house and shit?
Oh, what is it?
Like-
Maine Coon cat?
Yeah, like those things
Look
that
up
are like
Maine
almost
Coon cat.
like they're-
John. I think that's what it is.
like they're almost like half
Fucking
like wild or something. I don't know. Fucking
is that the kind of cat you're thinking about?
no, but those are crazy fucking cats.
That motherfuckers are
It's cool.
huge, dude.
Look, they look like these ones look like Emperor over here, bro. These fucking got a death metal album going on. Look at that.
Oh
fucking shit
yeah,
right there.
this one
Down. Look at right there.
to the right or left?
My right.
Oh,
Right
the
there. Look at
main,
the big one.
the big one. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at his face.
It literally
Yeah.
looks like he's in
Yeah.
a black metal band.
Oh shit! Look how big those fuckers.
What
can get.
the fuck? She's
They're
pressing,
huge.
cleaning her cat. Holy fuck!
I know.
Imagine how much hair you'd have around your house with that thing.
Oh man. See, I had a cat that was it was kind of like that one right there where his cursor is, the Texas giant.
Oh,
But it
okay,
was
like,
black.
orange.
It was
okay.
black and not as big,
Right.
obviously, but that's
Yeah.
how it looked. But once. Yeah, those fuckers are big. So which one are you'd say they're smaller?
Yeah, they don't have as much hair. They're like
Oh.
they're like half. I don't know. They're more on the wild spectrum. I don't even know what they're
Okay.
called, but like they have them in their house, but they're like pretty fucking big. Like they're like they don't have all that hair like them. They're like more skinny, muscular.
Put
They kind of look more.
large
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
large what am I looking for?
What would you call that?
Large domestic cats. There
Or-
you go,
or-
John.
Or the cat. It's like
It's the Maine Coon.
see, it kind of looks like this one up here. Like, see this gigantic
those
cat
one-
breed on?
Yeah.
This one right here, all the way to the left.
That looks like a fucking kid in a costume.
But that, and then but that
Oh,
one
that's
away over
6.
there, yeah.
There's 6
so-
large domestic cats all the way to the right.
Yeah, so those, but they're like,
Yeah.
they're considered like wild almost, like they're
Right.
like
I think I know what you're
certain
talking about. I think
degrees
I've
of
seen
like
some sort of
yeah,
video.
yeah. So there's certain degrees of like how wild the fucking cat is, like compared to like how
Are they
domesticated
like
it is.
Bengals or something? Is that what they're like? Wild?
It kind of looks like
No, Bengal's a tiger.
Yeah,
Well, anyways.
it's neither here nor there. Either way, that would suck if one of them fucking things like attacked you for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I went.
And any cat. So it's like, their instinct is only just to like hunt and kill.
That is their.
So when they look at
Instinct.
you all evil, they're just like, man, if I was bigger, I'd eat the fuck out of you.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, if any cat was a large, bigger than us, they would eat us.
Yeah.
No question.
I
They would
mean-
just swipe us out of the way.
Yeah. Yep. I think that
Imagine that.
goes back to the, like the whole where the monsters under the bed type thing comes from is like big cats back in the day that would
think
like
so?
attack fucking
There's
humans
that.
and shit.
Did you read that somewhere? Or
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that
It
what
was
you
just
think?
a theory that I read, but I feel like, when they're talking about like the being scared of the monsters, being scared of the dark, it's like because when it got dark and shit, like cats could
cat
feast on you or
and the
you know what I
eyes,
mean?
the
Yeah.
glowing eyes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the monster in the dark type thing.
Yeah, no shit. I never even thought about that way.
So it kind of like that's one of the things that just transfers generations, stories.
Yeah.
So then a little kid thinks of a monster because he's seen made up monsters on TV and shit, right?
yeah.
But like really genetically, it's probably like cat or prey.
Cat.
Could be a fucking bear.
Dude,
Something.
I was in
You don't
fucking
know.
fight or flight when one day I was fucking delivering a package. I work for DHL, and I went out to this really like wooded house. I don't know, it was nice, and I walked up with this package. I didn't think anybody was there, but I went to knock on the fucking door, dude, and they had one of those doors, and then like the large, or like a long skinny window on the side. Dude, I looked in, and I must have seen one of them fucking Maine Coon cats thing in there or something. And this thing was fucking huge. And it was just sitting in their living room. And I went to go knock, and it looked over, and I said, fuck this. And I fucking dropped the package and left.
Oh, man.
Holy shit. That thing scared the fuck out of me, and it was behind a steel door. Well, it might have been wood, but it was behind a fucking door.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like,
That would be
holy
alarming
shit.
to see a giant fucking cat that you're not
I had to
used
look it up. That's when I found out about a Maine Coon cat, because that's why I was like, it had to have been that cat,
Yeah.
because it's huge.
With the black metal face.
Yeah. And it was just like sitting in the living room, almost statuesque, and then just turns its head, and I'm like, whoa, dude. They say fucking like mail carriers and stuff are always getting bit by fucking shit. So I'm like, I'm the fuck out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
Who
for
the
sure.
fuck knows? Might have like a doggy door. It's so
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, you don't know.
It's
It goes
so
out
big.
and just brings home fucking
Rabbits,
mice
dude.
and rabbits
could
for
bring-
mom. Yeah.
That thing was so big. Yeah, it could probably bring home at least small rabbits. I mean, I don't see why not.
I do know. I heard it was on the Rogan podcast too, where they talked about the birds thing. You ever heard about that? Or like where
Birds?
fucking house cats kill billions of birds every year.
Birds. I
Yeah.
think I did hear something about that.
Yeah, like so house cats and
on there.
they're responsible of billions of bird deaths.
How?
They just fucking when they're out and they just stealth out birds, I guess.
Dude, like
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
how? Maybe they climb up the tree. That's why they get up there and just, probably eat the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe. That could be.
So-
Are they counting eggs? Who the fuck knows?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That was just a hearsay. That could be false.
Some people say all birds are fucking little drones. How about those
Yeah,
people?
I heard. Yeah. Let's not go into that. We're having a good conversation.
I don't know, dude. Some people do.
Yeah.
But then they all fly south, so why do they all go away?
Right.
Can't explain that.
They gotta fix the robot drone parts
They
and
gotta
then
fix
repair
them,
them and
give
send
them
them
new
back up
fucking
north.
batteries.
Yeah. Some good technology, them birds.
So what the fuck was up with Infinite Design then? When was that a start?
Oh man.
Because you said you've always been metal.
Yeah.
So
I'm terrible with time. So I used to play in a band called Room 237. That was kind of the first project I was in, and
okay.
we played quite a few shows. And you know how it goes. You played in bands, right? So you go through all these different members or whatever. And,
yeah.
You know, it's weird though. Like that band had a little traction. Like I still, every once in a while, people will recognize me from that, and I'm just like, right? Like, yeah, I don't even fucking barely remember it myself.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but it was around for a while. It had some incarnations. You know how that goes, being in band life. But then I got in band Infinite Design with my cousin and their drummer that I'm currently playing with now, Adam Eklund. And shit, man, we played for a long, long time. It's kind of like I was actually gonna bring you a couple of those CDs, and I totally fucking forgot. But we were just kind of wanting to be technical and fast, you know, as technical and as fast as we possibly could. Didn't know shit about songwriting. Didn't really know, you know,
Yeah.
jack about anything.
You don't have
You
any
know.
of that out there on the interwebs?
Yeah, I mean, we have it
Interwebs?
all on our Bandcamp. Around
is it?
Bandcamp, it's all on. You can find it under Infinite Design. But so anyway, the most recent progress, we played a few shows, and then Larry Passanier. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he
I think
He
he
was-
just added me on Facebook.
he was in our band, and then he kind of left the band, so it just left us a 3-piece: me, Nick Mod, and Adam Eklund, the drummer that I referred to earlier. And we put in 2019, we recorded. It would have been our 4th album. Got the drum tracks tracked. I got almost all of my guitars done. I think I just had like a lead or 2 left, or you know, any little last embellishments. And then our bass player started recording the bass, and he got 6 songs deep, and then like kind of COVID hit, and then like literally it took 2 years. Like we just finished the bass tracks like a couple
Damn.
months ago. So I've had this like record just sitting around for like ever. Yeah. And we were pretty consistent with practice and everything, you know. And when you do like metal vocals and shit, you got to kind of stay on that shit because like it'll go away, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got to like work on your voice and shit because if not, it goes, you know. But
See, you did the vocals?
I do vocals and then so does Nick.
Okay.
Nick handles the majority. The bass player does.
And
In Infinite Design.
Infinite Design.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are finishing that record. And then in the meantime, Larry plays in a band. Well, he kind of put it together, this project called Iron Sharpens Iron.
Okay.
And he put the project together himself and did all the instruments the first time. And I just helped him record it and kind of put it out. He wanted it to be as raw as possible, demoy, not sound clean and mixed and polished and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, kind of in the meantime, where we're waiting to try to do the Infinite Design, like, COVID started to let up a little bit, or it's just a thing, or whatever. You started going around people, right, after a few months when you started learning a little bit more around it.
Yeah.
So we were like, he's like, hey, like, you guys want to just jam and create some shit? So we just kind of been over probably the last year putting some songs together, getting together. No high pressure situation. We do got a show coming up on New Year's in Muskegon at a house party, and then we actually playing in Kalamazoo with like Throne and Shit Life and a couple bands.
I seen that.
And, yeah,
January 28th
Yep,
or
in
something like
Kalamazoo.
that,
Yep,
I think.
yep. Jeff's birthday, and he jams with us on bass. Actually, Jeff does.
For the Iron Sharpens Iron.
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays in Drink Their Blood, and then him and Larry play in some band down like Larry Passaneer. He plays in a bunch of bands. Like he plays drums and Colt Snuffer, and then he plays guitar in this band. But yeah, it's low pressure, so that's kind of what it's evolved into. We're trying to finish this Infinite Design record. We've been working on vocals now. It's like 2 years later. We don't really practice, you know, like we'd have to have Adam learn all the songs again. And like, I'm not saying no and never to whatever, but it's just kind of one of those things where we're going to try to put a bow on it and just put out one final record. And, you know, who knows if there's a show or, you know, maybe not.
So you're not really planning on that being a thing.
No, we're just
Really?
going to put out the music just for
put out
one
the music.
final. I mean, because it was there anyway, and that was our deal. I mean, I'm the type that if I start a project, I want to get it done right away.
Right.
You know, like while it's fresh.
Yeah.
Because even I was listening to it the other day, like
Instead
as
of
we're
shelving
doing
those
vocals,
beats.
yeah, like just do something with it, you know, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
life is short. Shit, you know.
Yeah. So if that's gonna be kind of like a bow written on it, I mean, you got the Iron Sharpens Iron thing. Is that gonna be kind of be a thing, you think? Or so what are you setting your sights on here for the future? Because you referenced to something about how you're, you know, even tossing some work to other you know, people that you know for like producing and stuff. 'Cause you got your sights set on something.
Yeah.
Else. Like what are you kind of gonna be focusing on then?
I think for me, man, it's really about, you know, I've been working on my craft for a long, long time, right? And it took me a little bit of time to realize the discipline and focus and perseverance that it actually takes to try to do something like this.
Right.
You just said it's a daily grind, right?
Oh yeah.
You know,
Constantly.
and we know that, right?
Yeah.
We fucking do that for, you know, 40 minutes on something that nobody looks at. You know?
Exactly.
So one day somebody looks at it, hopefully, you know. So you kind of keep that faith alive. But for myself, like I gotta find a way different balance of like saying yes to a lot of things just to be productive and start really focusing on what's going to be lucrative and build my brand in the way that I can give the most value at the same time to as many people as possible.
Right.
That kind of starts with like focusing on the marketing, the email list, the content and shit this year, instead of focusing on doing a song or taking a studio session, you know, just because it's going to bring me $35. I should focus on building my list so I can actually sell the beats that I put out, you know,
right,
and build a community of people that want to fuck with Exit Door Productions, you know.
Yeah.
And I got a few artists, like I'm not going to leave them hanging or nothing. We got a few projects here and there, but I just don't want to be so focused on the engineering and mixing side of things. I want to be really focused on the, hey man, I got this, and this. I know this, and this. I can help you in these ways, you know, and try to monetize my business, but also like change people's lives at the same time. Because that's always got to be the goal, right, man?
Right.
Well, let me correct. It don't always have to be the goal. That don't have to be your goal. But for me, like, I just feel like trying to give something at the same time to help somebody at the same time, like that's got to be kind of the mission.
Well, that's where people miss the mark, I think, sometimes when they're trying to be helpful, but when they say, well, if it's all about if you're happy or not.
Right.
If you're not happy, well, then there's a problem. Well, it's like yes and no, because what we are doing, especially, is for what we want other people to enjoy or to interact with. And if that's not there, that's where you start doubting yourself, and that's
Right.
where you start going down the roads of I don't know if I want to do this, and then they come in with the if as long as it's making you happy, keep going with it. And it's like, yeah, it does, but I want other people to see, and then like you said, maybe change people's lives or whatever, by elevating you in some type of way, whether it's just a lot of people listening to you talk and like becoming to like you more or like your band or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or listening to that fucking song that they want to put on repeat.
Right. Yep.
You know what I mean? If nobody's listening to the songs that you're putting out,
right. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm still having fun, but
yeah, it's got to be
how
more
much
than
time am I going to actually put into
it? But that also goes into like what you were saying earlier. They gotta kind of fall in love with you, like. So what can you bring to the table more than, hey, I'm a rapper?
Yeah.
Hey, I play in a fucking metal band. Like, are you entertaining? Like, do you have a show? Do you have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you have something that shows who you are as a person?
What's going to put you out from the rest?
Like, so many bands, like, but one that comes to mind instantly is Periphery. So, like, I listened to their shit. I thought they were the Gent Linkin Park, basically.
Okay.
That's what I thought when I heard them. Like, and I was just like, yeah, there's some technicality or whatever, but no big fuss on whatever. But then I seen these guys putting out like all this content, and then I started watching behind the scenes, and I was like, these guys are cool as fuck. Then they started putting out products for like people to win and have their shit sounding dope and shit. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. Then I went back and started listening to their music. I'm like, all right, this shit is dope as fuck. So I kind of liked them as people to draw me back to listen to their music, and then take the time to take it for what it was.
Yeah.
But I've kind of been that way. I don't know if you've ever been that way, but like everybody likes it. Fuck that shit. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just
don't want to
be. You get that rebellious kind of, thing going on. So.
I've been in situations quite a few times because I'm always so out of the loop where I'll be like, oh man, this song's badass, and think I'm the only one that knows about it, and then all of a sudden you're like, it's on TikTok or something.
Right.
Like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Everybody. Does
yeah. Everybody
know,
does know about it.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess this is popular. Badass. You like Nagazi? You ever heard of them?
No, I only seen those pictures that you posted of.
Oh,
the show. I never heard of them before. It seems
badass band.
Have they been around for a while?
A little while, yeah, for sure.
Seems like I've heard their name definitely before.
Most.
The last.
Huh? What? Oh, my drink.
Yeah, like
God dang.
I
can't hear shit, man. That's why I wear these. No, I'm just kidding.
Last few years has been kind of rough though, especially for locals. If they don't have a big online presence, it's hard to see what's kind of happening.
For sure.
Unless you're like friends with them or.
They finally, they got some fog lights now for their set, like the little the vertical ones.
Okay.
Like shoot straight up, and it's like colored.
Dope.
Yeah, they only used it 3 times though. I was like, why'd you only use it 3 times?
Yeah.
But
gotta practice it.
No, no, I fucking love those dudes.
Where are they from?
Mount Pleasant.
Oh, okay.
Over there with from Blue to Gray.
Okay.
You're gonna be playing with them too, right? Aren't they on that bill?
I want to say yeah, but there was like a handful of bands on there, so I was like, damn, it's a lot of fucking bands.
I seen it earlier. It was posted.
Yeah.
So I think I seen them on there. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Being in a band and trying to set yourself out, set yourself apart from everybody, like invest in your own lights and shit, dude.
Oh yeah,
the show part of it.
Yeah,
because that's where I thought you were gonna go with it, but then you went into how you seen them like more as a person, and then it got you more interested in them. Like, like I think you got to go all out on that damn show. You gotta fucking draw people in to see you.
Yeah,
because that's where you're gonna make your money.
Oh yeah. That's where
it's not album sales anymore,
fuck no,
dude.
Yeah, you don't get.
You're just
getting
getting owned by the fucking Spotify's and shit.
Like 0.000023 per play or whatever.
Then you can download the songs and shit to your phone.
Yeah,
like as long as you're prepared and you download shit, like you don't even need to worry about Wi-Fi or anything like that.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I've always been like an album dude. I like having it, but.
Yeah, I like having it too.
But I bought less since I've had Spotify.
yeah.
So
I use Amazon, and that has everything I need.
the Amazon
music.
fucking music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It
know,
just
dude.
has all my shit on it, and I wasn't gonna pay for Spotify. I already pay for Amazon. I'm just like, oh, just fucking use that.
Yeah.
But it has everything, you know. I will say this on topic of that. I'm an album guy as well, but I like listening to the whole album.
like front
I'm not
to
a
back.
huge like, especially when it comes to metal, and then some hip hop shit that I really like. But man, I gotta listen to the album, bro. Like
Yeah.
front to back, like the whole
In order.
vibe in order, like
In
this whole
order, yeah.
shuffle shit, or like if my phone plays it out of order, I'm like, what the fuck? This song don't come first, man.
That's
like,
what
it's just the
happened-
vibe of
yeah.
the whole album, and I think sometimes that gets lost. But like in the metal shit that I love and grew up on, and the shit that's written very well, like the Death, the Carcass, the At the Gates,
Yeah.
that were my jams, right? You know, so that shit, man, it's just you got to take it as the album. Morbid
Right.
Angel, Domination, like you got to listen to that shit from front to back, like it's a vibe, right? You know?
Yeah, and sometimes there's like a message, or
Yeah.
like there's a story being
Yeah.
told,
Exactly.
or like just the overall vibe of the album, like you said, it just flows. Some
Yeah.
are they're just meant to be that way. I know when we made the first album, we were working on a second, it was like it was meant to go this way,
Right.
You know, this is the
Yeah.
way you are meant to listen to it.
Yeah.
You know, and we're really crafting the next one to be like that. Just I like that. I
Yeah.
like the album, but that's like when I was listening to yours earlier today too. Like my shit had it on shuffle. I didn't even realize it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
this is bouncing. Now I can't keep track of which songs I heard,
Right. Yeah, especially with that many songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and I can't remember song names worth of shit anyway. So
Right.
that's why it's like I'll be like, oh, it was the second one.
Right.
You know, that's how I'll go back and I'll like songs so I can
Yeah.
build my own playlist, and
Right,
everything.
yeah.
You know, with all the liked songs and shit.
Yeah, and I'm not against playlists, but I just like sometimes when I'm at work and I listen to shit, I just have to take the whole album in because, like you said, they're
Yeah.
designed to listen to in a certain order, right?
Right.
So
But every time though.
I don't know. I've never been the like, oh, I like that song, I'm just gonna listen to that song kind of guy. You know,
Really?
there's been instances, but like I just like taking the whole album in. You know,
Right.
Because a lot of the shit, the albums that I listen
You
to,
make
front
like
to
little
back,
mixtapes and shit when you were younger.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
my favorite songs. But back
Yeah.
then, I felt like there was good songs on some albums, but like as it started to progress, like there was full albums that were great. I mean,
Right.
at least that I was, a fan of. Those
Yeah.
kind of, like I said, mostly that death metal shit. Like you got to listen to, the bleeding from front to back.
Yeah.
It's just got that whole vibe to it. I can't just turn on Strip Rape Strangled or something, and be like, yeah. I mean, I can't. But if somebody puts it on, but if it just comes on a random playlist, So
What are the people that come over, like the other rappers and stuff? They think about metal and shit like that. Do a lot of them like get into it, or is a lot
Not
of them
really.
just like, what the fuck is that shit?
yeah, like my the dude that I work with a lot, Tony Capo.
Okay.
He like came out to one of our shows and like even I had him film it for us and shit. So like he's just they kind of take it. It's not their world. It's not what they're used to, and it's a little more than what they expect. Because
Yeah.
when people say you play or whatever, like if you're doing it decently, right? Like they can tell that you're good at it.
Right.
It's just not necessarily like
Their cup
thing,
of
you know
tea.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Because they're like, I don't even know what's going on right there. All them fast drums and shit.
Right.
So it's just a mindset.
I think it is. I think you find more people though in like in metal or rock or stuff more willing to listen to other genres like rap and everything more than people that have been just into rap to then want to listen to metal. Or do you?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And then when sometimes they're like, yeah, I like that heavy shit, like Limp Bizkit. You're like,
Yeah. Oh.
yeah, that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That heavy shit. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's almost a little heavy for me. No,
I get down with Biscuit though.
No, that's cool. What what you're kind of saying earlier, that you listen to so many different genres. I think that's important.
dude.
Having more than just, just having music in general for certain things. Like my favorite
metal
artist,
didn't even make my top 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I listen to a shit ton of podcasts. So
Oh, yeah.
most
So
of
that's a
my
lot of your
time is
time.
podcasting, so it's only a small sample of time for music. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know, dude. It's important. It's important to just listen to other shit,
Yeah.
not just, especially if you're like that's what I always thought. Like I'm playing metal, so I don't want to like listen to metal all
Right.
the time.
Yeah.
Like then I'll just I don't know. Like have these ideas that I think is original, but it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it's just something you
'cause I,
heard
like,
already.
Heard
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the worst.
Like, do that, and then you're like, wait, that's another song.
That's the fucking worst. Like you
Yeah.
guys are getting together. You're like, oh yeah, and then you're like, no,
Yep.
that sounds just like, and then you play it.
Yeah.
Like, man, we just
Yeah,
had
it
this
happens.
badass
It happens.
once in a while. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen all the time.
Yeah,
but
it
it's
happens.
defeating when it happens.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or it'll be like slightly like something you're like, oh, it's not, but man,
Yeah.
it sure sounds
It's
like
yeah,
it.
it's close.
Change the drum fill before we
Right.
go in. That'll
Yeah.
be,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
You
So
know,
are you-
the people that work with me, as far as like the metal shit, like when I'm in bands or whatever, the Infinite Design thing, the Iron Sharpens thing, like, or whoever I really jam with, it's like I'm always really nitpicky about shit. Like we'll change shit multiple times because I just feel like that's how the song kind of takes on its own life, right?
Yeah.
Like you start with a core or something, and then like you add shit, and then the next time you jam it, you feel a little something else, and you feel a little something
Yeah.
else, and sometimes just
Or I was
the
thinking
song needs to be
this.
changed all the way until it's time to fucking record it sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you're like, it felt good to jam it this way, but now when I'm hearing myself record this riff, it doesn't make sense in the way the other riffs fit together,
Yeah.
So I might just be changing some riffs in the studio and be like, hey, that's how we play it now.
like,
I've been known
man.
to do that, but that's just
Like, no,
you
dude,
know,
this
right.
is. This
You just
is the way
want
it was.
you want it to be the best thing it can be. It's just like
Yeah.
a painting. You just kind of add more and work on it a little bit at a time, right? And
But it's easier, but that's almost easier because it's only you in a painting.
yeah.
Unless
That
you
is
have
true.
multiple people.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard because
Right.
you got to coordinate through everybody
Oh yeah, that's a huge challenge.
working
right?
in a band.
Yeah.
It's like, like 3 to 4, 5 other marriages.
Mm-hmm.
Got playing together. What's everybody got going on?
Yeah.
What's everybody
you
got
jam
going
this
on
week?
Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you jam this week?
Yeah, we got a show.
Yeah. Can you guys do the show?
Yeah, and then you gotta wait.
And then you got to
Sit there
talk
and
to
fucking
everybody
wait.
else and see if you don't
Everybody.
have other shit going on.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be out of town. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah.
And they're like unwilling to change plans. You're like,
Yep. Yeah. So, actually, I didn't answer your question though. You were asked
What?
about the iron sharpens the iron thing.
oh
Like,
yeah,
like I said, that's a very low pressure situation, and that's kind of where I want to be in my band life because I really want to focus on the production side and like the
Yeah.
value side and the marketing side because that marketing shit can go a long way. It can help a lot of artists, whether it be metal, because all the principles still apply, right?
yeah.
But like, it's a low pressure situation. But now that we're almost done with this album, did I even mention that we recorded an album and we got like almost all the guitar tracks finished? Like, so the Infinite Design thing is
yeah, that's
yeah.
what the one. That's the album you were talking about.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I
That's
kind of
like
jumped.
You
but
said that's kind of like done.
yeah, like it never say never, but at the same time, it's a very, very low focus point after the album comes out.
Right.
But so we're doing some shows with this Iron Sharpens thing, but we actually we did drum tracks, and I have all my guitar parts finished for like a 6-song record.
was
we're
that you
doing with Iron
recording it
Sharpen.
on
Yes.
that video?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Iron Sharpen Iron stuff.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was the
You
day I
guys have
was
been at
recording
that
it,
for a
so-
little while.
Yeah, about a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
So-
seeing that.
Yep.
So what's with the X and the X?
Oh,
on
well,
here?
that doesn't
What's-
relate to me, and it doesn't relate to the drummer. That's kind of Larry's thing.
So
we
well,
kinda-
what's- do you know what's his idea?
Oh, straight edge. That's like the hardcore, like you see a lot of bands like.
Is there a
straight
lot
edge
of
type
bands
thing.
doing-
Yeah, I think so. I think
Straight
that's
edge.
why.
Straight
yeah,
edge.
because he's straight edge.
Oh, so yeah, he doesn't do no drugs. or
No.
anything. Okay, so
Uh-uh.
that's a signifier of straight edge.
That's what I'm guessing. Because I don't know
Oh,
why
you
it's the X.
Is it okay? John's shaking his head. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
You got a mic out there. Why?
I'm the wrong person to ask about the straight edge. I would know nothing about
Is it
that.
working?
Oh
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
yeah. It is. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I used to have friends that rolled in the straight edge crowd. So basically, yeah, they don't go drinking. Some of them take it even as far as to like not have caffeine stimulates and stuff like that.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Some of them go that far, but for the most part, it's like no drugs, no smoking, no drinking. So they'll put like X's over their hands.
Yep.
And a lot of
yeah,
times
for sure.
their bands and names will be like X so and so
Yeah.
X.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the X, yeah, it's a signifier,
Yeah,
straight edge.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
usually
right.
like they'll put them on their hands or it's kind of like vegans, dude. They'll tell you.
They'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like they'll be very vocal about.
Yeah, I have nothing wrong. I mean, live your life, whatever makes you happy. That's what I say. But at the same token, like, I think there's things to enjoy in life. You know, I mean,
Right.
But at the same token, like, we jam in that band. But like, you know, I actually don't drink like anymore. I
right.
used to drink all the fucking time, and that was part of the problem. But I just don't drink anymore. You know, I smoke a little bit or whatever. But like, I'm not straight edge. You know.
Yeah.
I say do whatever you feel do. So like it doesn't really represent my beliefs or anything. But
Right.
at the same token, it's kind of like his band. We came and kind of jammed with him. I helped him kind of form some songs in a way because some of this shit is like riffs I would never write, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just not the way I write. But I'm like, okay, if that's what you kind of want to play there, I just kind of want to play with my friends, hang
you
out,
wanna play
and
some
have fun,
shows,
and play a couple
have
shows.
fun.
And he's getting the shows and doing all that. I ain't got to worry about none of that. So it kind of makes it low pressure for me. I don't have to
Right.
worry. Just, okay, cool. Can I do it? Yeah, I'll show up. I got my amp and shit. We
Yeah.
practiced. Like, let's make it simple, right? You know, because it don't have to be this like we talked about, you know?
Yeah.
Like, let's just be professional and practice our instruments and go there and play.
Right.
I mean, it's got to be pretty straightforward. But
how often
you
you guys
know.
like practice?
we just jam once a week usually.
Once a week.
You know.
Yeah.
We'll probably ramp up. We always ramp up before a show, you know, try to be more consistent with
Extra.
it. But yeah,
Get an extra
yeah.
one or two.
And it's been a while since I played a show, just because of COVID and the infinite design thing, and you know, so
When was the last time you played a show then?
probably 2.5 years ago, probably 3 maybe. I was supposed to play a Skeletons show, like 2 months ago. End of September, I was supposed to play
Oh.
the opening of Skeletons with Iron Sharpens Iron. That was like our first show, but I got COVID like 3 days before that.
Oh.
Yeah, so I couldn't play, and they still played without me, which is cool.
So how was your COVID experience?
Oh, it was fucking horrid, dude.
Was it?
It beat my ass,
Did it?
dude. It fucking killed me. Like it was the worst, dude. It was the worst. But I also have ulcerative colitis, so I don't know if that has something to do with it.
Right.
But who the fuck knows anything?
Right.
No one knows anything. I know I was sick, but I work out a lot. I drink tons of water and take tons of vitamins. So like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Vitamins.
and
is
I
key
work
to
out
you.
3 to 4 times a week. You
Right.
know, so it's like I try to stay on my shit and at least stay healthy somewhat, right? You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just beat my ass, man. I don't know what it was, but I was down. I didn't get none of the breathing shit though.
But you just had like a really bad like head cold or
Headache, just got the shits,
Fever?
body. I only had fever for 1 day,
Oh, okay.
and then I went and got monoclonal antibodies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I went to Grand Rapids and got those. And
So
then
you
I
just,
started
like,
feeling better
request 'em?
after that. Yeah. Yeah, like you got to just contact this place, and you either got to have an underlying condition, being an age, limit or whatever, or like they said me because my height to body weight, I'm considered overweight.
Really?
Yeah.
The BMI.
But that's what gave me
Oh, I know,
fucking
the
monoclonal
fucking
antibodies.
BMI. Hell yeah, bitches.
I was like, yeah, I'm fat as fuck. Let me
Yeah,
get some of
dude,
them antibodies.
I'm fat. I
Say
fuck
what you gotta
myself.
say. Just let me get some of them antibodies.
Dang. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was
That's
like
crazy.
I got those and my stomach kind of hurt really fucking bad that night. It was like really fucking bad.
Oh.
And then the next day I started to kind of feel better and started taking a turn for the better. But
Yeah.
you know, I was down for about 20 days, bro.
Whew.
Fuck me up.
So you waited like a while to go get those.
5 days.
Yeah.
You got to go within like 10. They recommend like 3 or 2. But like
For the monoclonal.
I kind of put it off because I was like, I'm just a little sick. Because the first day you just kind of feel like you got your ass kicked. But when
Yeah.
it starts progressing more and more and more, and you're just hurting more and you can't sleep and shit, like, yeah,
So what was
it
hurt?
beat my ass. Everything,
Oh, you just did the body aches.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
the
I
body
just
aches,
it's
yeah.
like I worked out on
Like
a
we
full
get-
body workout.
Yeah. The only thing I can
Yeah.
compare it to is like the flu.
Pretty much.
Because yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
You just like, oh.
It's like the flu for like 2 weeks instead of 4 days. That's kind of what it was like with the worst fucking headache that Tylenol wouldn't touch. You know, luckily I have with my symptoms of the stuff that I have, I got this anti-nausea stuff, so that kind of helped me get through it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like a prescription for that. So
Did you have the vax or no?
no.
No.
My wife did, and then she got COVID. And I basically gave it to her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't have it as rough though, or no?
She recovered quicker. She went and got the antibodies as well, but
Oh, yeah.
But she got it pretty bad. I mean, she still got pretty sick. I mean,
Yeah.
but I think, you know, she was like 7 days, and I was probably more along the 20 range. I'm also
Yeah,
older
dude.
too, so
Yeah.
by like 9 years. So, but did you get it?
No.
Oh no,
No. Fuck no.
that you're aware of.
Yeah. One of these fucking birds flying these drones. Probably
One of
came
them
down,
drones got you.
fucking gave me a shot while I was sleeping, backpacking somewhere.
didn't know that.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking Biden's drone.
That's what we did. Like we went hard on the backpacking when everything shut down. You couldn't do anything else. I'm like, well, we can't do anything else. We might as well just go.
Yeah, that
You know,
makes
we'll
sense.
just go out more because
Yeah.
we can. There's nothing else. There's no other plans to make.
Right.
Dude, I
You
bought
ain't going to the
when
theater.
COVID shut down, dude. I had gotten a huge bonus from work
Nice.
that January and spent it all and some money I had saved on concert tickets. Because that was the year of like metal fucking
Oh,
concerts. There's so
yeah.
many metal concerts going around.
Was you going to the Megadeth, Lamb of God?
Yeah, I was going to all of them,
Yeah.
dude. You fucking name it.
Yeah.
Deftones, all of them. I
Oh,
was, I was
okay, yeah.
doing it all. I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
fuck yeah, dude, let's go to
Dope.
all these dope ass concerts.
Right.
And then they all got shut down.
Fuck.
And I had
Did you have
dates-
Rage tickets too?
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody asked me
We were
if I
gonna go to
wanted.
Wisconsin for that.
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah, because it was actually, I think, quicker.
Yeah. Somebody asked me to go, or if I was interested in tickets. I'm like, no, I don't really like Rage that much. I'm good.
Oh no, Rage was gonna be at the
Because they were
LCA,
with,
the Little Caesars Arena.
yeah,
And we were
they
gonna
were
have to
with
get
Run the
nose-
Jewels. I
Yep.
think. Yeah. Right.
Yep, we were gonna have to get nosebleeds though there because the ones down in Florida are expensive. The Wisconsin one is kind of like DTE.
Outside, kind of.
Yep,
With the
outside.
lawn and then the
The lawn
front.
that goes
Yeah.
down. So I'm like, I'd rather do that than sit in some nosebleed seats at
Yeah.
Little Caesars Arena.
Right. Just
So
travel, but it never happened anyway. Did
Yeah,
you get
no.
refunded, or are they
Yeah.
rescheduled now?
I
Or?
got they keep rescheduling, but I finally just started getting my money back when it would get rescheduled.
Yeah.
I think the only one we fucking fucked up was Kiss. Kiss came to DTE in September.
Oh, really?
I think.
Hmm.
I think it was September or whenever it got rescheduled again.
Hmm.
And I don't think I got my money back for those.
Oh,
We had Alanis Morissette tickets.
damn.
Dude,
We had a bunch.
Dude. Code Orange. You heard of Code Orange?
Yeah. I seen him play with Gojira.
Okay. Yeah.
They were pretty good too.
Oh, they're badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were gonna see them.
They're a little different now,
Carnifex.
though, right?
Carnifex.
Not a fan.
I bought those for my buddy, me and him to go for his birthday. So I was interested in seeing Three Teeth. Isn't that what the band's called? Three Teeth. You ever heard of them? They're kind of like industrial. Is that what you'd say, John?
Oh, really? Interesting.
Industrial metal.
I'd like to check them out.
Yeah, their videos are kind of trippy.
Cool. I'll
Yeah.
check that out. Yeah, I just seen Carnifex with Black Dahlia.
I'm not a huge fan of Carnifex.
Yeah, I'm not either. The guy screams through the whole thing, and that's one of my.
Oh, is it live? Like worse than on
the-
record?
It's I don't even listen to the records, but the because it's just not my thing.
Like, I
they're
don't
not
even listen to the records.
No,
'cause
yeah, it's
fuck
just
it.
not my thing. But like when you see him live, like that's the second time I've seen him, and my pet peeve with metal and vocalists are fucking. They just scream the whole fucking time, try to show how many vocals they can do in a range of 4.5 minutes, and nothing. You can distinguish nothing to the songs because they scream over everything and do all these different highs and lows instead of trying to make patterns and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they were the worst band that night too, but that was some bias too. You know, I know people
Yeah.
are fans of them. Cool.
You
Like I
went
said,
into it
it's just
already
not
not
for me.
liking
Like,
them.
yeah, like I already just kind of, I just don't like when singers do that. It annoys the fuck out of me.
What about you, John? You don't like Current Effects either? Yeah.
I just seen Shadow of Intent and they were fucking badass.
That's a badass band.
Yeah, they're awesome.
That
I
is
like
badass.
They're like one of my faves lately. Yeah, one of the cooler bands that I've heard in a while. You know what I mean?
They came out with that one. I don't know the name of it, but they came out with some banger. It was either this or last summer or something. I don't know. That's what really put them on the map.
Yeah, they were really good live too.
And they've been on all these fucking shows or
Yep.
tours.
They've been
and
doing shit. Yep.
doing shit that we all wish we could, huh?
I don't the tour life. I
No?
look back. So like,
Or wish we could have done.
yeah, when I was younger, maybe 19 years old, and I was so, dude, my life is like always was like, where's the party? Where can we get fucked up or drunk or high or whatever, you know? And I never really focused on any of the discipline shit with music. I just kind of threw my shit out there and hoped that I'd play the right show or maybe release some music that somebody would grasp onto. But like here we
Right.
are, like 20 years later in a completely different game with all this technology and shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like you don't understand discipline, you know? And that's kind of why my album's called Late to the Game, because like that's where I feel like I'm at, late to the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I should have
Yeah.
learned all this shit 20 years ago and been
Fuck.
disciplined on my instrument and all this shit. But
How
like I
old
said,
are you?
40.
40?
Just turned 40. You know?
Okay.
So, you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? Whatever. Everybody's journey is
Yeah.
different, but now it's like now you kind of got to make up for the fucking time and try to really grind and put into work, right?
Yeah.
But you know, back then, fucking jamming, it was just about, you know, being the life of the party and, you know, not really caring if you practiced. You know what I mean? You just played because it was cool type shit.
Yeah.
You know? So
It was always, I don't know, I always had fucking major dreams of wanting to be going on a tour. You know, when I was younger, playing
Yeah.
drums and shit. I'm like, yeah, just get the right people.
yeah,
And, you know, I was always like the optimistic, like, yeah, this is great. And all of
Yeah.
a sudden, like, fuck.
yeah. And then
You know?
then you kind of look, and it's just like even bands like Black Dahlia or Killswitch, bands that are making probably decent money doing it, right? Like,
Yeah.
and how long they've been doing it, but like still, it's like
You think
watch
Black
their
Dahlia Murder just lives off their music?
oh yeah,
Do they
for
all
sure.
have jobs?
Probably for a while
No?
they did.
They just
like,
live off the music?
like Bart was in
No.
a studio when he was in the band. Like he did sessions and shit at like Cloud City and stuff. And now I think he's out in LA doing shit. But he came back and did one of their records out there.
I
But-
wonder what level.
But they all live in a van for the most part.
I
and
know,
just
man.
Piss in bottles and stuff. And it's just like, man, there's a certain level of comfort. Like you were saying that you just want to plug in. Like,
Yeah.
you know, especially at 40 now, but I ain't living in a van and we ain't sharing ramen noodles because that's all the fuck we can afford, bro. I have
No.
nothing to do with that. And when I was young, like 19, 20, I didn't even have the balls or courage to do that. And that's kind of what it takes, right? To be 20 and try to be intelligent enough to get in a van and fucking go play some shows and be organized enough to do that,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's a young man's game, man. I tell everybody that's like 25, 27, whatever, if they're in a band and that's what they want to do, is like, you better do it right fucking now, bro.
Right now.
Like, you have to do it today, really.
Right. That's
And then you
know,
might not even like it. You know how many motherfuckers go on tour and they're like, dude, this is the worst.
You know, I have those feelings too. It's like, you know, because I'm 31, so, you know, I'm like, I don't know if I want to put all that time and energy into something that I know. And in the back end of things, I got 2 kids,
Yep.
family.
Yep.
I don't want to leave to go on tour for months and months and months, and possibly, if you got real big, could be like a year almost.
Yep.
I mean, most split it up.
Yeah.
But still, you know,
Yeah.
3 months at a time. I
Yep.
don't know. You know, so I don't know if I want to go through the massive promotion, the money, because merch and everything, and just
Yep.
everything
Yeah.
to do this thing that I know is pretty much a hobby.
Yeah. And it's a grind too. That's a grind too. Learning all the social media, the marketing, the this and that, you know?
Yeah.
And like the label thing, like at least when I was growing up, you're like, well, maybe if a label hears me, they'd sign me, not knowing what a label actually is which just is pretty much alone and they could shelf you at any time. And everybody has this grandiose idea of getting signed and being on a label, but that really isn't the be all end all, especially in today's climate. Like, that's the worst thing you could probably do, is have someone else own your music and shit because they loaned you money for shirts and a van and shit. Like,
I say
mean,
it all
you
the
got to
time.
do what's right for you, but at the same token, like, man, it's that independent shit that's gonna get you paid and owning your music and shit,
I mean,
building your own fans.
you can pay for like promotion and shit.
Yep.
You know, just
Yeah.
do it. And then I say it all the time. Like, I think you should just get your song on like a TikTok video that
Yeah.
goes viral.
Yeah, I mean, if that's something you can do,
Or
yeah.
reels, anything, just to
Right.
get the song out there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because it's that's so hard to do. Just all the goal is to get people to listen to it or
Right.
to hear it
Yeah.
and
Well, I mean,
get a fucking email list.
yeah, yeah. Moral of the story, right?
Get a
But like
fucking
in bands,
email list.
it should be fairly straightforward, like to be able to find the people that would fuck with your shit, like especially
Yeah.
you know, because like
Singles
especially-
are out now.
Oh yeah, for sure, singles.
But that gets rid of our albums.
Yeah, but I'm also
But
an old
that's-
school guy, so I'm gonna put out an album,
Right.
you know. But
But the
we
best
talked about the
idea would be
singles
doing
too.
singles.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's one a month.
Yeah,
It gets people
I
coming
think
back.
especially for hip hop, I think that's real important.
Token fucked up, in my
Think so?
opinion. You listen to Token?
Racer Savings is awesome, and I kind of followed him before when he had like videos and shit on YouTube, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then I seen him do like that Sway in the Morning and shit. And then I've listened to none of his newest album, I believe, but the one after.
not even
Racer
out yet.
Savings. Oh, that one isn't out yet. That he did with the like Pink or whatever.
Yeah, the Pink thing.
Okay, yeah. So I didn't listen to that, but it didn't really look like it would be anything that interested me.
It's not even out yet. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
He kind of like came like burst back because he like disappeared. It seemed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a huge follower of him either. I'm not. I liked some of his songs and
Yeah.
shit. So
Yeah.
I seen he was coming out with new stuff, and he like had all this massive attention. Like, it was pretty big,
Yeah.
and then just like seems like he just dropped the ball on this album and like just kind of
Oh, it was supposed to come out
bit.
or something?
I don't know. I
Oh.
don't know what his plan. He was really kind of like evasive about the date. But he was putting out some songs, you know,
Yeah.
with music videos,
Yeah.
cool ass music videos, because that's what he does
Yeah.
with his music videos. Is
Yeah, he's directing videos now.
yep.
That's like his thing and shit. Yeah.
It's so maybe that took off. Who
Yeah.
knows? We'll I'll
Maybe
never know.
maybe he took a directing job over worrying about putting the album out.
We'll
Which
never
kudos
know.
to him. We'll
Right.
never know.
Yeah.
Maybe we will. I don't know.
I don't know. That's probably
Maybe
more.
we could
That probably
find
makes
it.
more money than his music.
in the long run, probably for sure.
You know, get into
Yeah.
that
Right.
for sure. Yeah, because he did
The
a
video
a
and shit.
video with
Yep.
somebody that nobody liked.
I thought it was a bigger artist too.
Yeah, it was,
I
but
can't
nobody
remember.
likes him.
Yeah.
I forget who it
But-
was.
I seen him at the intersection with Hobson and Token.
Oh,
Excuse me. We're talking about Token. Hobson
Hobson.
and Joyner Lucas, excuse me.
Oh,
Sorry.
really?
Yeah. So
Oh my fucking god! When was that?
Probably 4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe.
Dude, that's
It was
like
at the intersection.
you should see my fucking playlist, dude. That's like my top rap groups right there.
Hobson. You like
yeah, Hobson
Yeah.
and Joyner.
I listened to a lot of Yellow Wolf and Ritz lately,
Oh,
and
I like
a little
Yellow
bit of Caskey, a little bit of Cal. I really like Cal Scrubby. He's dope. But we can sit here and talk about that all day.
yeah.
But back to the point when about the
played
Token
there,
thing
yeah.
at the
Yeah.
show. So Token went first, and then Joyner went, and then Hobson went. So Token fucking murdered it, man. Like, it was a badass show. Like, he would do stops in the middle of his rapping, and then he'd be like, like do these little jabs and shit, like shit he don't do on the album. And like his DJ was kind of synced with him.
Okay.
And then he did like the fucking freestyle that he did on Sway. Like, it's like 12 minutes or so. It's something crazy, right? And he went out in the audience, and they were like carrying him. He was doing it on, and everything was on the mic, right?
Yeah.
No played over tracks bullshit. And then Joyner comes out, and he just raps over a CD the whole fucking time. I was like, oh man, what the fuck, dude.
Totally fucking
And then Hobson
nails
came
it.
out and rapped on his.
Oh, yeah.
Like he does his shit. Like he does
He
his
does
shit
his
live.
shit.
Yeah, and he kind of had some of that shit going on too. But I just remember Token killing that show, and I was like, yeah, this dude's fucking badass. Like he put on a great show, and at that time he's still fairly young.
Yeah,
but like
he is.
even 4 years ago, even from them, like he was just it was like Eraser Savings. I think it was on that tour, honestly. And
Dude.
like, yeah, I was just disappointed with the Joyner thing. Like, yeah, he did do a lot of his stuff, but then he did stop a lot of time and just let the CD play. And I'm just like,
I
cringe.
know.
I hate that shit because I just
know.
coming from the metal world. Like, don't you think you should practice your shit? Like, is that how you feel
Yep,
too,
that's
bro?
exactly
Like,
how I feel. No,
Right.
there is, a guy I had on here too, and I was talking to it, and he's like, he actually played at the show I put on, but he had just got his tracks back, and they had the song on, like him rapping on it or whatever.
Yeah.
He's not like I don't classify him as rap. I mean, I classify him as more as like. I don't know what to classify. It's like because there's like kind of some singy stuff too, but it's like it's not rap. It's
Okay.
I don't know what it is, like new age pop, I guess. Popular music is what I call it.
Yeah.
Not pop like NSYNC.
Yeah.
When
understand.
I hear pop, I always think NSYNC, Britney Spears, because that's 90s brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like just popular style,
yeah.
that popular style.
Yeah.
But yeah, but so he did that. I'm like, you gotta
practice.
You gotta practice your
Yeah.
and then get the tracks without the
Yep.
just get all the stems or
Yeah.
whatever, just the instrumentals.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Well, you said earlier you were kind of talking about the lights, right? Like you got to put on a show.
Yeah, you
well,
gotta
like
put on a show.
what makes it different for rappers?
Right.
Nothing. You got to put on a fucking show. Like
Put on
I
a
just
show.
said, Token just put on a great show, and I'm always going to remember how badass he stood out because of the show he put on.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
So that's what you got to do as a rapper too.
Get
You
a
got to be a
fucking DJ.
performer. You got to you got to really make it count. You can't just go up there and rap over the CD and be like, yeah, I'm a musician.
Get a fucking
Like,
DJ, dude.
Yeah. Like I don't know. And if
And
that's what you do,
coordinate
if
that.
that's what you do, cool, whatever, that's your thing. But like I don't know, just coming from like
But-
playing in bands, playing live, like I can't just go up there and hope that we play our CD and then I try to play along with it, and then if I fuck up, it don't really matter. Or if I just don't feel like playing or singing, it's cool.
Well, everybody relies on the laptop as their DJ now.
Yeah,
So, I mean, but I guess it's kind of always been that way. You have always had like, play off their phone or something. They
Yeah.
got the hip hop chord.
yeah.
The chord. Boom, boom.
The
Plug it in.
fucking aux cord or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. They got the tracks right there.
Yeah,
So to me, it's like, all right, so you got that. So yeah, I guess, yeah, it's the same principle. Get some
Yeah.
fucking fog. Get a fog machine.
Yeah,
Just one little fog machine back there you can set off
you're gonna stand out from all the other performers.
immediately.
Yeah,
And one little light that you can put back there that goes through it.
yeah,
That costs you like under $100.
yeah. Just make a connection with your music.
Yep.
In a
You
different
can,
way.
you can control
know?
a lot of them too. Just buy a little controller you have in your pocket.
Yeah. Especially
You know?
now with all the fucking wireless Bluetooth, all that shit for sure.
And then if you are running a laptop, just get a little DMX receiver and make sure your fog machine, your light is DMX compatible. You hook it up to that, and then it'll set it off automatically to
Yeah.
your set.
yeah,
You just set little
Let it go.
markers,
Yep,
and boom,
yep.
goes right to it.
No reason.
That's why it's so important to practice to a metronome
Yeah,
as a musician.
I missed that boat for.
Me too.
So
dude. Me
our,
too.
Our first album we didn't record. The Infinite Design is called The Architect, and we didn't record that with a metronome. I had to fucking change parts, my guitar parts, because the drummer played the second chorus so fucking fast that it was faster than the first one, and I said, never again will we ever fucking do that. But that was just kind of when we were getting started and shit, and then I
you
started
didn't do
learning how to
drums
do
first?
everything. Yeah, we did
Oh, you
drums,
did drums first.
but like we just
So
had
then
him
you had
go. And we did it the real shitty way where like me or my brother at the time, he was in Infinite Design, like we would sit there and just play the part with him
Yep.
instead of being smart and doing a whole clicked out scratch track that you don't have to be there and he can just practice to and then
Yep.
record to. That's obviously all the shit that I do now, but you just don't
Which
know
is a
that stuff when you
bitch,
first.
mapping all that stuff out.
Yeah, it is.
If you change a
I'm-
lot of tempos
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, we had that struggle like with when we started doing that with the Infinite Design shit because like I said, it was kind of technical, all over weird and shit. But as I progressed and we progressed, I'm just like, as a producer, like thinking about that more, like, man, try to use one tempo if you can, like, because then it has like a certain flow to the song, and then the listener actually kind of wants to do this the whole time. But if you're doing like super fast shit, and you know, everything has its place, right? But for me as a producer, like thinking about song structure, like
yeah, but
that
that's
actually
more like
matter,
lightening the
you know?
work. I loved changing tempos.
yeah,
I
mean,
loved it. You'd be
yeah.
like going to the bridge, and all of a sudden it's like, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
oh shit, what the fuck is about to happen?
yeah, I
then
would
you
write like
bust
that
out.
too.
I
you
love
know,
it.
I would write like that too, but like, I don't know, just thinking with a producer brain, just being able to have everything more of at a
Well,
consistent
yeah.
tempo.
For sure.
You know, that means you can headbang through the whole fucking thing, you know, and you're not
Yeah.
doing all this weird shit, you know.
Some part you just might need to headbang faster.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I love changing tempos, dude.
yeah. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, no.
You know, it happens too, because like if you just write, like every time I write something, I'm just like, yeah, these are 3 different tempo riffs, then they go together. I don't know how. You know what I mean? One's a 6/8.
Do you still start out with a guitar scratch track though,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go by that to map everything out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kinda.
Yeah. You know, with like the Iron Sharpens thing, we just kind of got together and jammed, wrote some shit.
Right.
And then I would go home and pine on it, come back and tell them all the changes usually that I wanted to change.
Mm.
And then we just kind of kept forming shit. And with that, that's not all one tempo either. It changes tempos,
Right.
but just not like crazy frequently.
Right,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it
no, I
doesn't
mean, I
do,
like it
Dillinger
consistent, but I
weird shit, you know?
I always like the bridge to be different.
Yeah.
I was one of those
Yeah.
people. Like, every song's got to have a bridge, or like, you know, that different part of the song where it's just kind of different. It's still part of the song, but it's just different.
Right.
So a lot of times different was either slower or faster tempo.
Yeah.
Let's do something here.
Yep.
I love it every time.
Yep. And that's just the natural part of writing too, whatever you're feeling too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's hard to like push something to a different tempo just because you were feeling something else when you
And
wrote
plus,
it.
the
at that
song's
time.
telling a story, so
Yeah.
sometimes you need to go faster.
Yep. Like I said, I'm not against it at all. I just,
yeah.
you know, you start thinking that way after, you know, when you talk about pop music, that's going to be one tempo.
Pretty much,
Right.
yeah. 'Cause-
So you got to kind of, sometimes you got to think about the listener, you know?
right.
I feel like as the producer brain, right? As
Yeah.
a musician brain, I just want to play what the fuck I want, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you kind of get caught in that world where it's like, man, you know, some people might want to hear this differently just because I'm hearing it a certain way,
Yeah.
you know? So you
Well,
got to
most
be
of the
able to
time
take
in, like-
liberty with yourself and your creative endeavors to think about that too, because it might not be, maybe you always want to slow down during the bridge, but maybe keeping that one tempo, that might be the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like one time. you
And
know?
like rap though too, and like beats and stuff. A lot of times the rappers can just change the flow just by going faster
yeah.
or slower.
Yep.
You don't really got to
Exactly.
change the tempo of the song
Yep.
in order to change up the flow of it, because that's all pretty much dependent on the rapper
Yeah.
and how they go about it.
And that's one thing. That's one thing that was kind of hard for me being a musician, and especially like wanting to do all this technical shit, then starting to make
Yeah.
beats and producing. Then I want to like layer and make orchestrated shit with 50 instruments, and that makes no sense in the hip hop world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like what the fuck? I'm not making instrumentals. Like I got to make shit people can rap over. So
Yeah,
like
but that's-
going super simple, that's hard as fuck, man.
Yeah.
When you want to just like make it all complex, just
Right.
because that's the way your brain works, and you've been doing it for 20 years, writing the most complex shit you can try to think of.
Yeah.
You know. Then
Well,
you gotta
dude,
simplify it.
So where can everybody find you at online?
Exit Door Productions on YouTube, Exit Door Productions on Facebook,
Oh, there we go.
and
Beats.
EDP Beats on Instagram.
Yeah, the gram, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be mostly using this year. I'm going to try to focus on one platform. It's going to be mostly the gram. I'm going to try to do some different content.
I thought about that
So,
too.
I don't-
like
I don't
just
really
kind of
know.
use Instagram more, because you can post to like Facebook so easily.
Yeah.
From Instagram.
And Instagram's got a little better reach, but yeah, there's all the Infinite Design shit. Like those are all the albums we've put
There we
out.
go.
We should have a new one coming soon, up in 2022. So,
Yeah, dude.
oh,
there we
that's
go.
some old shit, but that's
That's
all
old.
kind of my rap shit that I used.
Oh,
to
there's
do,
MC
but-
Infinite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, and some other. So that's some old shit I produced. That's just what's on Bandcamp. I should actually update that shit. But yeah, like my Beat Stars. That's where you can get my beats and shit like that. Like so,
There we
Exit
go.
Door Productions on Beat Stars. That's like all my music and stuff, or all my beats that I post Tuesdays and Fridays. But I do want to say, keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
your
you
time
too,
and
man.
everything, man.
I appreciate the grind.
fucking- yeah, and thank you so much for having me here, dude.
For sure.
It was a great discussion, great talk, and I know your time's
Yeah.
valuable, and
Hey.
I'm honored and privileged to be here. So thank you, man.
I'm just amazed that I've been able to do this like 78 times now and have people come here. I
Yeah.
appreciate the hell out of that
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's time is valuable.
Yeah,
That's
for
what
sure.
we did. That's what we all need to keep in mind is, don't push shit off, let
Right.
people know right away, or
Yep.
if you're thinking about something like, I don't know, like let them know, man, like cuz they got shit that they can plan for too.
Right. Yeah.
They were like, a lot of times I think too, like people just get in their head too much. And they're like, they don't want to tell somebody something because for whatever reason it is. Maybe
Yeah.
they think they're going to hurt their feelings or whatever. Just
right.
a lot of times it's just best spit that shit out
Yeah.
early.
Just say it. And- yeah. Or if you committed and now don't want to commit, just say, hey. Be honest about it. Be upfront about it.
For sure.
But yeah, like I said, I appreciate your time, man. Keep on grinding. Keep on doing your thing. And,
everybody
it's,
go follow.
It's always kind of
Whoa.
weird. Whoa. It's always kind of weird because, like, I don't like talking about myself a lot. So, like, I have to try to kind of pull that out of me. But I appreciate you letting me talk about myself a little bit, man.
Yeah, dude.
Helps me out and shit, too,
Well, it
Some
helps if
people
you're
check
just
it
having
out,
a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've had a great conversation all day. So, like I said, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody go follow Exit Door Productions.
Hell yeah. Appreciate y'all. Much love.
Problem pills.
Is that our future? Is that what we're slowly getting to? Like the brains just can keep.
Those are rams, right?
I thought they had horns.
Honestly, I'm not really sure.